Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a yummy seafood soup. It's going to have crab and shrimp. Let's go ahead and get started. So here what we're going to do is we're going to start prepping the soup here. We're going to add some butter and some spices to this one. And here we're going to go ahead and start cooking our shrimp. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have our frozen shrimps there. Let's go ahead and add some seasoning to them. My favorite, as you all know, some Slap Your Mama. I think it's just the name of it that I like, the seasoning. It tastes good too. So let's go ahead and get that cooking there. Let me add some more oil. And let's start prepping this pan. So here, let's go ahead and start the soup, and we're gonna do, bear with me, working with one hand here. We're gonna add some butter. Oh, let's lower that. Sorry, it's on high. Let's put it on medium. Some butter. Let's add some more. Okay, once our butter is melted, we're going to go ahead and add some finely chopped or chopped up onion. And go ahead and let those cook, saute in there. And then next we are going to add some garlic. The recipe calls for 3 garlics. I just added a top full of minced garlic. Let's add a little bit more. Let's just add all that. There wasn't a lot left over. Okay. So let that onion and garlic cook in the butter. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more butter to that. Okay, so I went ahead and added some more butter. So now we have the butter, enough butter in there with our onion and our garlic. Let the onions cook and our garlic cook a little bit in there. Okay, now that we have our onions, our butter, and our garlic in there, we're gonna add our veggies, which for them to cook together. And it calls for carrots and celery. I do not have celery, but I am gonna add plenty of carrots. I bought the shredded carrots. I've made this meal before with them, and it's perfect. Because they're small enough, and I don't know, they're just, to me it's easier, or 1, to cook so I don't have to shred it, and 2, to eat, and they get soft and it just looks pretty. So we went ahead and add, just to go back, some garlic, some onion, and our carrots to the butter. So we're gonna go ahead and let that cook and soften up, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now that our veggies have cooked for a good, I'm gonna say 8 minutes, and the carrots have started to soften up, and of course our onions are well cooked, We're gonna start adding the flavor base to this soup. So we're gonna add the tomato paste. We are going to add some paprika, and we're gonna add some thyme to our veggies. Now let's go ahead and get that done, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we went ahead and added 6 ounces of tomato paste, and we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of paprika and 1 teaspoon of thyme. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and mix that. Okay, and here we're going to add two tablespoons of flour. Make sure we spread it around right so it doesn't clump up. Okay, and we mix that up as well. Now the flour is going to add that thickness to our soup. Here is where the recipe calls for seafood broth or fish broth. I wasn't able to find any of that in my local grocery stores, so we're going to add some chicken broth. And it calls for 3 cups. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add 1 cup and stir it. Cup number 2. And stir. And then finally cup number 3. There. So now we're going to go ahead and bring this to a simmer. So let's go ahead and leave that a few minutes. Let's go ahead and take that off our spoon so it can cook right. And this is a flour that's been stayed behind. Let's go ahead and bring that to a simmer. But once it starts bubbling, then we'll go ahead and we're going to add some heavy cream. Let's go ahead and wait for that simmer. Okay, so that's ready. So now we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp. We're going to go ahead and cut them up in smaller pieces, and along with our crab. I get the chunks of crab, but I do make them a little smaller. So let's go ahead and cut that up along with our shrimp so we can add it to our soup. Okay, so you can cut your crab to the size that you prefer. I just randomly cut it, just threw the knife on there. So you've got different sizes of crab. So let's go ahead and add the crab to our soup. And then we can get the shrimp and add that shrimp to the cutting board so we can cut it up in just random chunks as well. Okay, here it is. Let's mix that in. And let's add our shrimp now. So let's go ahead and bring those from our pan to our cutting board. Okay, here are our shrimpies. So we're gonna go ahead and just chop. Try to do just like a half or a third so that they're not too small. These are medium shrimp. I did about maybe 30. So let's go ahead and add those to our soup. Okay, so now we have our crab and our shrimp. Let's go ahead and mix our shrimp in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. Okay, let's go ahead and mix that. Okay, I feel like we need a little bit more of the chicken broth, so let's go ahead and get that. Okay, so I added a tad bit more of the chicken broth and it gave me a little bit more soupy consistency here. And because I like my food a little spicy, so what I do is I've added some chipotle. It's up to you. That's just extra, not recipe called for, but it tastes really good. Okay, so we're just gonna wait for our seafood to simmer within our soup and get all those spices, get that chipotle, get that seasoning in there, and then I'll be ready. Let's go ahead and be right back. Okay, so we have let our soup cook for like 10 minutes. Everything was already cooked. It was just for make sure that everything warmed up and everything finished cooking with all the juices and the spices here. So we're ready to serve. Let's go ahead and get that, and then of course we're going to dress our plates. Okay, here we go. Okay, so from here we are going to add some parsley. To add some color. To our plate. Now you can use fresh parsley as well. I don't currently have any, so we're going to do with and there we go. Now you can add some white rice to it, some steamed white rice. So you can add that just to give that extra to serve more people. I've also made it with some garlic bread, just to add some different flavor to it. Anything that you'd like to add, like I said, the steamed rice, the garlic bread, or anything else that you would like for it to go with your soup, perfectly good to add as well. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please go ahead and send anything on the comments for the video. Thank you so very much for watching. Stay tuned every Wednesday for a video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more quick, easy meals. Thank you so much once again for watching. Have a great week and stay safe out there. Bye.